What's your name, guys?
Elliot Huggins.
What's that, sorry?
Elliot Huggins.
Elliot Huggins. And where are you from, Elliot?
Clark Jordan in Tipperary.
In Tipperary. And yourself, miss, what's your name?
Same again, Molly. I'm his mum from Tipperary.
And did you guys get the bus up here, was it?
No, we brought a full car up today, yeah. And our town, Nina, we're near Nina, and they brought a bus up and they still haven't managed to get into the crowd yet.
Okay, and Elliot, are you off school today?
Yes.
And
Don't tell his dad.
And are you off work yourself?
I am self-employed, yes, so yeah.
Great stuff. And so in terms of the water charges, what's your biggest gripe with the tax of the water charges?
Well, firstly, we already pay, and as other people would have said, it's between 1.2 and 1.7 billion per year in our taxes that they keep putting up anyway through general taxation. But then, where to begin?
Joe, where are you from?
Donomaid.
Grand. And you came out here today, were you working or anything like that?
I was working, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And like a lot of people here, then you took the day off work?
Yeah.
Very good. And in terms of the water protests, what's your biggest problem with the water charges?
The biggest problem is the privatisation. Throwing all our water away, we've done with our oil and gas. We don't want to happen to the water.
Okay. And if you could say one thing to Enda Kenny today, what would it be?
Give up. It's over, pal. Done.
Will you be voting for someone else in the next general election then?
I think I'll be voting independent next time around.
And yourself then, did you take the day off work to come out here?
Took a day off to come down here.
And it's just yourself and your son out here today?
A friend of ours, Andrew, as well.
And yourself, Andrew. And you're his neighbour, very good. And what do you think about the water charges then?
Well, we already pay for on car tax and other social tax and everything else, and it seems we were going to pay again. I can't see that being very fair.
If the bill comes through, are you going to pay it?
No, definitely not.
You're not going to pay it.
They'll put us all in jail.
Okay, and if you could say one thing to Enda Kenny, what would it be today?
Leave now.
Yeah. Au revoir.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Thanks very much, lads.
Your sign, actually.
What's your biggest issue with the water charges then?
Well, I believe that it's a false charge, double charge, and I don't think people should pay.
What do you think of our Taoiseach Enda Kenny then?
I think he's made false promises, and
Do you think he's made false promises? Fair enough. And is there an alternative in your mind that you would vote for given the opportunity?
for me now, I've looked more into the socialist side, and I think the socialists might make some sort of a change.
Kenny.
Try to come up today just to give solidarity to the people who are the poorest in the country, can't pay their water rates, and they're being forced to do so.
And then in terms of the vote of confidence yesterday in the government, how do you think today reflects on that vote?
Well, as I said in the Dáil yesterday, they had the numbers and they patted themselves on the back that they were doing a great job. It was a delusional set of speeches that we heard. But this is the real vote of confidence in the government. I mean, the idea that once every 5 years a government is elected, they break all their promises and we must wait 5 years for them to go. The people have spoken with their feet here today.
Can I ask then, aside from votes of no confidence in the government, what alternative, what possibility is there of the government not lasting their full lifespan in the Dáil?
I think it's looking more and more likely that they won't last the full term. It's very difficult to see how they can continue. I mean, they might get through this particular hump and try to ride it out, but the big issue will be when the bills drop in April, will people pay?
If people don't pay, then how is the shortfall made up in terms of the budget from your perspective?
But there's a huge wealth in society. We've advocated that they would have a millionaire's tax, for example, on anything over $1 million. Even if that was levied at 5%, you could bring in €3 billion. They could increase corporation tax, or they could even just collect the effective 12.5% rate.
Is there any concerns about the damage to employers and the overseas market in terms of foreign direct investment?
Well, what's the point in having a 12.5% corporation tax rate if they only pay 2%? You know, and don't forget this was reduced over the years, you know, year on year. So people are being fleeced, but yet it's okay for corporations not to pay any tax in some cases. It just can't continue. It's not sustainable.